Freeloaders. I'm Mike Papa Foxtrot.
And I'm 3T.
Freeloaders is a regular look at what is or has been free to download from the PlayStation Network. We download the games and give them a play and see if they're worth the download, bandwidth and time.
This time we're looking at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, a skateboarding game developed by Vicarious Visions and published by Activision. It's a remaster of the first two games in the Tony Hawk series from 1999 and 2000, and is the first major console game in the series since Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 in 2015. It was originally released in September 2020, and these are our first impressions. What are your impressions generally of skateboarders and the whole skating thing? I bet we're old men, so
nice video. It was a really nice video at the beginning, which we couldn't record, which is a real shame.
But I mean, in real life, how do you feel about skaters?
In real life, you don't see them very often, but I know a couple of people that have got longboards, and I also know someone that's got a longboard that has has been motorized, so he's got a little wireless controller and he can actually control it, which is quite nice. But then you see a lot of those like one wheels, and I've even seen some of these self-balancing unicycles around. So I suppose
you sent me a video of that as well.
Yeah, but I suppose a lot of these, what do they call them, PEVs, personal electric vehicles, come in all shapes and sizes, including skateboards these days. But you don't see skateboards as often as you used to. But it is nice every now and then. They come back into fashion. I never really got into skateboarding. No, I was into sort of roller skating.
I've never had the balance.
I don't mean inline.
As an 80s child, Back to the Future was like the film. It still is like my favourite film without any question. So yeah, I wish I could have skateboarded just to be that as cool as Marty McFly. But alas, my internal balance and overweightness which caused me to fall off of skateboards.
And old age now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I struggle on what they call these SUP boards, these stand-up paddle boards.
Oh, okay.
So I've redesignated mine as a sit-up paddleboard.
Sounds like my kind of speed.
Yeah, I mean, it is balance. Balance is the thing. But I mean, I was never really into skateboarding. I mean, it was always cool. I mean, when Marty McFly rips the handles off of the scooter and turns it into a skateboard, I mean, it's an absolutely brilliant moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or was it a floaty? Was it the flying?
He does it on both. So in the first one, he does it on an old sort of soapbox cart, and then invents the skateboard. Sort of is the idea. And then in 2015, the far future, what'll that be like? That's when he takes the little girl's hover scooter and pops the top off of that too, and
discovers it doesn't work on water for some reason.
Oh well, it does. It works. You just need to be able to propel it somehow. I think it's unfair of them to say hoverboards. Those boards don't work on water. It's clearly hovering. Anyway, that's our review of the Back to the Future series.
Absolutely brilliant movies. Yeah. Watch them all. Watch them all in one night. I mean, I was never big. I mean, I used to do. We used to play roller hockey at school, which was quite nice. Where we used to use like the disco skates, with the big sort of the ones that you see in the American diners. Yeah.
Massive.
And we got quite good on them. I mean, I've considered trying like some inline skates, but I just don't really want to buy some just to discover that I don't like it. So,
have you played any?
Not a big fan of skating. Have I played any skateboarding?
Have you played any Tony Hawk's skating games in the past?
No, and like I said to you when we were discussing this game, I said the only Tony Hawk I know is the guy that went round Ireland with a fridge. Slightly different spelling, obviously.
Yeah, take the or add an S to it, and you've got the. You got the Fridge Man, which would have been a really, as you pointed out, again, a very good game. I would quite enjoy the take a fridge around Ireland game. I wonder what that would be like. Maybe a point and click.
Tony Hawks, if you're listening, that is something you might want to look into.
Point and click adventure. Make it like a sort of Monkey Island comedy one. That would be interesting.
Yeah, because that would probably go with his humour, because his humour is a bit like that. So yeah. Anyway, this Tony Hawk probably also has a sense of humour,
Let's hope so.
And also a skateboard or two, and some friends. What are you expecting from this game before we hit accept? Well, I mean, because we're probably going to have to go through some license agreements for some reason.
I think I've played. in the PS2 generation, I think I played a Tony Hawk game. It wasn't mine. I either borrowed it or was with somebody and had a few goes on it. It's it's not fun. It's never been my kind of thing. It's about just racking up tricks and flips and things. The closest thing that I've got to enjoying something like this, God, this makes me old. On the N64, I had 1080 snowboarding, but that was kind of a racing game as well. That was like get to the bottom and you speed up if you do a lot of flips and tricks. Whereas I think this is purely trick building, unless they've changed the mechanic in 20 years. I don't know.
And we had that that snowboarding game that we played, and we.
That was like a Winter Olympics thing, though, wasn't it? There was loads
with the
of stuff.
wing suits and things like that.
That's
I mean,
right.
the nearest thing I'm thinking, right? I mean, again, it's probably not. I don't know. I remember Paperboy. You remember Paperboy?
Oh,
Commodore
yeah.
64 type game. Well, it was more than just Commodore.
I had it on the Game Boy.
Yeah. So, I'm wondering if it's something like that, but obviously this is going to be a little bit more sort of, the graphics are going to be a little bit more third person, I would think. I can't imagine doing this first person. So.
God no, Jesus! I had the opportunity to use an Oculus over the summer, and if there was a skateboarding game,
we both had a chance to use the Oculus.
But that was the first time I'd used one. I think you'd used one before, hadn't you?
I have.
Yeah. And I haven't.
I've used 3D. I've used various 3D things before. Yeah, it was interesting watching people get seasick and things like that with them, wasn't it?
I can't imagine a skateboarding game in that environment. If it was a first-person 3D, I think I would be sick. Well, I feel sick just sat down on a roller coaster. So first person not for me. I wonder. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a standard third person GTA kind of perspective as you grind and ollie and flip. And I've reached the end of my skateboarding words. So I guess we should agree to a software agreement and whatever.
I'm
should we?
Scrolling down to the end of accept.
All the excitement of words.
That's a long end user license agreement, isn't it? Okay, yeah.
This is the first game as well that we've done since we've been doing Freeloaders that has not allowed us to capture the intro.
Second game, there was one. I think in one of the early seasons, because I had to go out of my way to use a second capture system to capture and prettiness. And what I'm going to do, Activision, is I'm going to plug a third-party capture device in, and I'm going to capture your video, and we're going to be watching it instead of looking at your end-user license agreement. And I'm going to cover it in logos and try and make sure that it's what's that? What do they call that? Fair use. Anyway.
Well, I'm also committing a horrible crime.
There's a player privacy now. What the
hell? I'm turning the black settings up to the top so I can see all of them, because that's awful thing to do.
Without saying. I mean that's how it should be.
Probably. Just looks like
I'm at point 12. What are you at?
I've gone all the way up and all the way down on the white.
Was there a white?
Yeah, you got to do the white after the black. I pushed the black all the way up to the top, and I pulled the white all the way down to the left. So people can hate on me for that.
Why?
I don't care enough about the contrast and paperwhite stuff, so I'm just going to go okay.
Want to learn some tricks from Tony Hawk's tutorial? I think that's what we have to do.
So
don't we?
Yeah, take me there.
Oh, that's going to be the first part of the video, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Tutorialize me. Tutorialize.
Yes, we'll get a bit of we'll get handy on skates, on skateboards.
Skateboard bearing. Yeah, skateboard bearings.
Hey, welcome to my new game. I see you found the tutorial.
Can he call it a new game? I
Place
suppose
to start learning how to play. Let's go through the focus on the basics. You can always return for the more advanced lessons to practice.
2020 was this one, but it's a remaster of two old games from like 20 years ago.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater can take some. Don't forget, if you ever want to retry
I should just be allowed to control Mr. Hawk instantly.
Use the pause. If you're having some in this lesson, skaters always while skating press left or right to turn. Use the left, hold the down button to stop.
Okay, that stops.
Skate through the markers.
Okay, that's. Oh, so it's not. It's one or the other. Oh, okay. There's me thinking it was both. Oh, that was badly explained.
So he just goes forward
Good
and
job.
lets you pull back,
Run it
and
again
then
for
if you
practice,
stop pulling
find
back,
the next tape.
Or
Start
use
the
the
next lesson.
use the D-pad to go down. So that's nice.
I'm just going to hammer buttons. I get the... Oh, I've fallen off. I think it is just a bit of a button masher, as in if you're in the air, press some buttons and you'll probably do a trick.
Hold down the ollie button to crouch and release to jump.
Oh, okay. Hold down X and let go of it, and you do a jump.
Hold X to jump. Yeah, absolutely.
And then go to a... Oh, find some railings. I'm going to see if I can grind. I've fallen off a lot.
Yeah, I haven't fallen off yet.
Oh, it's great.
What does that say? What does that say about my style?
I don't know. I'd like to work out how to grind. I've done a bit of a flippy spinny there in the
Oh, I've done a spin
of the Aussie man. Oh, I've fallen off 3
Find the next tape to
times.
start the next lesson.
I think I'm just supposed to be going
Something
through the
about-
yellow, the green.
How do I switch? What's
Good
the switch
job.
button? There's a
Run it
switch.
again for practice, or find the next tape to
dear.
start the
Oh, I've
next
fallen
lesson.
off. How do I switch? There's like a switch in the top corner that talks about switching, but I don't really want to mess with
I don't know.
Oh, I've pushed the options. I pushed the options button. Sound options. Music level to 0, please. That's
In this
nice.
lesson, we'll learn the
that's
basis of
peaceful
most
now.
tricks.
Oh,
While
yeah.
skating, crouch
Okay.
long.
I'm
Make
going to
sure
learn
you
how
try
to
some
do an
ollie.
ollie, apparently, which is the only word I know. I keep falling off, which I'm enjoying because I like watching people fall off things.
Game modes, sound options. Okay, well, that's nice. There's a lot of.
Awesome. Stay here to practice more, or find the next tape to start the next lesson.
Okay, looking for a tape. I wonder how many children playing this would understand what a tape is.
Oh, it's retro in it now. It's retro modern.
In this
suppose.
lesson, we'll learn flip tricks. Catch
Flip
air,
tricks.
complete
Here
the
we
flip
go.
Apparently I'm
tapping.
earning
Let's
points.
practice.
Oh, I just lost some points because I crashed or something. Oh, I've just found some railings I can grind on. Okay. Oh, I just earned a massive bonus.
I tell you
That's what
what,
I did.
Mr. Hawk has no skin on his knees now. That's very bad. Oh, okay. I'm really pushing the boundary of how many spins I can do in midair.
I'm trying to
Run
get.
it
I'm trying to
again
get on
here,
these rails.
or find the next tape when you're
almost
ready.
got it. Almost got it. I got a. Almost.
I don't know if you have to press anything on them or you just accidentally kind of touch the railing and you automatically grind. So
Oh, I suppose I better go and get that tape that's in the middle there.
yeah, I suppose let's do what let's follow protocol. What does he want me to do here?
I mean, it's not horrible.
In this
It's quite
lesson,
smooth.
we'll
I'll give it
learn
that.
flip
The
tricks. Here,
graphics
we'll
and
learn
things
how to get
seem
out
smooth
of
enough.
it. Exit a pool by holding up, volleying over the lip of the pool, volleying over the lip. Try to skate.
Or any of the directions.
Good job.
Plus any.
Run
of
it
them.
again for practice, or find the next tape to start the next lesson. Let's practice by doing.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Let's do it. Let's go do it. Here we go then. Square and no. What do I have to do then? Oh, you have to tap the button and then do it. Oh, that's complicated.
I just like watching him
Okay,
fall.
well. Oh, apparently I overcooked that one.
Let's find the tape.
When he gets up, I got like a weird VHS kind of.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
learn about
he's like a
vert
hologram or
tricks.
something.
Vert ramps can be any the closer you are to the
It
lip.
was interesting.
Try
'cause,
catching air
when
from a
the,
vert
sort of
ramp.
the video that they won't let us record at the beginning, which you've now seen. That was like sort of almost artificially made, sort of force-free and old VHS.
Good job.
Yeah.
Run it again for
Yeah,
practice,
I wonder
or
if
find the
they're
next tape
playing
to
on
start the next
the
lesson.
retro element a little bit. I'm just going to go through all the tapes that I can, and then
In this lesson, we'll learn catch air and then simultaneously holding the grab trick different directional. Let go of the. Try a couple.
Find the next tape. Where's the next tape? Why is the tape not in the same place each time? Why?
he wants you to just get comfortable skating, I think.
Well, I'm not doing anything.
Awesome
I'm just
tricks.
playing. I'm
Stay
just
here to
moving.
get it
It's like-
wired.
It's a driving
We'll move on to the
game
next tape.
with some button mashing.
Basically.
it
Let's
might as
learn how
well
to do
have
grind
shells.
tricks.
Where's the
You can
bloody-
to do
there's
a
the
grind
tape.
depending
There
on
is
your
a little
angle,
bit
different
more to it.
directions
I mean,
plus the
it's
grind
doing
button
stunts,
will
so
give
in
you
midair
different
you're
grinds.
pressing the
Tap the
D-pad to
left
do
if the
different
balance. Find a.
things. I've forgotten what it says now. A triangle to grind. Okay. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Right. Well, I haven't got that one yet because I haven't worked out how to get up there.
Well, I think
I thought I could flip up. Apparently, it wouldn't let me.
I quite like
Oh, this is a bowl. I've just fallen on my ass.
quite like hologram. I mean, I've fallen more than I've skated. This is quite embarrassing. This is maybe my second most embarrassing
or find the next tape when you're
since the was it Sims? No, what was it? The Sims?
Here we'll learn how to manual
yeah, the Sims.
tap up and down buttons to manual,
Where's the next
or
tape?
down up buttons to nose manual when skating or landing.
Tap up down. Oh, I see. Or the up and down D-pad buttons to manual. What the hell is a manual?
Tap up and down. Use the just like you can hit the. Let's see you.
Okay. What am I doing?
I can't get out of here. I want to get out of here. Get out of here once. I need to get out of here.
Let's just grind along this and stay if I stay alive. I don't really know what it means by manuals. Oh, it's trying to teach me something called manuals, and it says tap up down using the directional stick, or up on the down on the in quick succession. I thought it was either or, but it's both.
Yeah, I've just had. Well, that's the thing. That's the problem. Is sometimes it's one either or, and sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's push, and sometimes it's
Let's
tap.
learn about vert tricks.
Alright, so I'm doing a manual. I see. So that's just kind of.
Don't land.
Oh, no skin on your knees. It really it's quite upsetting some of the times he's falling. It's making me making my teeth set on edge. If I'm honest.
Use a vertical surface to. Vert surface. I mean, is that a?
Awesome. Stay here to practice more, or find the next tape to start the next
fun.
lesson.
That didn't end well.
No, most of mine are not.
Right.
Where's this tape?
Oh, it's like that. Well, I've been doing that before. That's badly explained. Right,
I don't know about you. I'm finding myself holding the X button, just getting ready for jumps as I'm skating randomly
Let's learn how
around
to
and
do
just
a lip
holding
trick.
down X.
Perform lip tricks by skating
I'm not
straight to the
holding
lip
it
of a
down,
ramp
but I
while
am
holding the
tapping
grind
it
trick
and
button.
I'm sort
with it.
of ready to jump constantly.
You need to be perpendicular. Use the left, either all different direct skate.
I'm just skimming
Let's
through.
do use X to catch air. Okay, well, I'm going to catch air. What like this? Oh, I have to keep the X pushed down. Oh.
Really, what he wants me
Yeah,
to do.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, this is just this. I'll be honest. What this is reminding me of right now is that Winter Olympics game we played a lot of.
Yeah. But more boring.
I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I mean, because this is still tutorial, so I mean, I'm trying to do the catch of virtual surface. Oh, okay. Now I've worked it out. Oh, and then I fall on my ass. Okay, if I do one more of them.
I can't remember how to do the
I
virtual.
mean, this. I mean, I'm glad of being tutorial. I can't say it's a hateful tutorial because Oh, no. Oh, I hope you're wearing knee pads. Oh, please be wearing knee pads. I mean, it's not a hateful tutorial.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Good job. Run it again for practice, or find the next tape to start the next lesson.
Find
How
the
I did
next
that.
tape.
Use triangle at a perpendicular
In
edge.
this
Is
lesson,
this a perpendicular
catch
edge?
air and then simultaneously
No, 'cause I'm
tap
grinding.
the grab trick button.
Well, I did it then.
Any directional. Holding the grab different direct. Try a couple.
Simultaneously. Oh, okay. Apparently, if you turn too hard, you do crash. Okay.
All I'm doing is grinding. Ugh. It's not inspiring me to want to play more.
Lesson tip: let go of the button before you land and bow. Use to perform a grab trick. Oh, okay, I see. So that probably means I have to go up here like this.
I was overthinking my trick. Apparently, you don't need to be doing all the jumpy, flippy, spinny stuff. You just need to use triangle at a perpendicular edge. Well, let's try that again, more gently then.
Okay, well, you've got the triangle. I haven't got there. I'm still on the circle. So
Yeah, don't worry,
I don't
this
quite
is-
know what I'm doing wrong here, but...
You're at least probably being a more professional, or doing your tricks in a more professional manner than I am.
What did you do with the circle thing? Oh, like that. Okay, I was using too big a ramp. Okay. I'm wondering if these cassette tapes are randomized.
Maybe?
I see that. I understand the trick now. Oh, like that. So if we go up here like this, we do this. Okay, I don't understand it then. Oh no, I got points for that one, even though I didn't do it. Okay, well there you go. That's nice.
Oh, I've got a balance. Nobody made me do that the first 2 times.
Oh, I see. You've got to be in the air.
Awesome! Stay here to practice more, or find the next tape to start the next lesson.
I'll find another tape. How many tapes are there? Jesus.
I don't know. I mean,
Here we go.
Here, we'll learn how to wall ride, and we'll skate at an angle up to
so
a
you
wall,
need to get
ollie
air
while wall riding to jump
grab.
off the
I
wall.
see.
This is a great way to gain more height. Find a good wall.
Get some air. Let's go with this one, because this one is the best one for me. Which one is this?
Tony Hawk must be in his 50s or 60s by now, I thought as well. I wonder if he still does all this.
I don't know, because it must be a little bit, you know, I mean, you can't have very much skin left on his knees.
Mine definitely
Let
doesn't.
go of the let go of the button. Let go. Oh, I've just ground.
Grounded, groaned, greened.
Grind, grinned. I'm also trapped in a room, which is I'm surrounded by walls, and I don't know where I am. All right, here we go. Oh, no, I am. Okay, okay. I need to get there so I can grab.
Oh my God, my
Why
guy
are
looks
you
like
not
he's
letting me?
just probably broken his back. Oof.
Ah, like that. Oh, but I crashed, so I didn't count. Okay. Okay. So how do I get out of here again? I push that button like that. Then I do that. Yeah, I'm struggling with some of the tricks, but then I guess this is forcing us to do tricks.
That's
So,
the
you
point, I suppose, yeah. Ah. 720 Madonna, whatever that means.
Well, 720 degrees. And, probably like a virgin for the first time.
Definitely broke something, probably between my legs.
Awesome tricks.
Oh, apparently
Stay
that
here
was
to get
one.
wired,
All right.
or move on to the next tape.
I'm struggling with this one. This is really. Ah, no. I was holding
Awesome
on.
tricks.
I was holding on
Stay
too
here
long.
to get it wired.
Oh, you don't
or
want to do
move on
that.
the
Never
next
hold
tape.
on too long.
Oh, there's another cassette. Let's go for the
Let's learn how to do grind tricks.
Oh, now I'm
do
learning
a
how to do
grind trick,
grinding
all
tricks.
Depending on your angle of approach, different
Yeah.
direction. If the find
I've already learned how to do that though, so.
You've taught, so you just do it 3 times, and then Tony will leave you alone for a bit.
Got to get up on the railings though, so. I've already done it accidentally. Why doesn't it count?
Because he wants
This is awful.
He wants you to tell him it wasn't a fluke.
It was. I was button mashing by mistake.
Kiss the rail plus FS feeble. Oh man, I wish I was cool enough to know what half of this shit means. I'm swearing again.
Don't know what I just did, but it was quite. It was quite a lot of information there. Oh. Okay, so
Here, we'll learn the trick known as hit the revert button immediately after landing back onto a ramp, pool. You can use the revert. Reverts can only be... Try hitting some...
Oh, okay. Ah, because you have to jump back off the railing. Ah. Now I understand. There you go. Now we're understanding the game.
Learn it again here, or find the next tape when you're ready.
Let's find the next cassette tape.
Here, we'll learn
I
the
think
manual.
there
Tap
might be
up,
games
tap
that
up, use
have,
the
that have
back
had
just
the
like
same
grind.
effect,
You can hit
but
the
there's
unsee
not been
you-
many games that have made me feel quite this old. I'm just going to do as the man says, and then hopefully finish the tutorial.
I don't understand. I made a mistake.
Great
of
job!
Not actually
This
reading.
concludes the basics portion of the tutorial.
I'm not actually
Next
reading
up,
what
we'll
that
learn some
one was.
advanced moves.
I expected
Feel
to
free
be
to
able
stay
to do
here
it.
and practice. Gaps are hidden
through
trick
them, because it's
areas that
giving you
give extra
prompts on
bonus
screen
points to your
anyway.
combo. Gaps come in all shapes and
this?
sizes, so keep jump from the ramp ahead.
Or to do manual. What's that then?
Yeah, it's up and down, so you have to go up, down.
Oh,
That's what
you
I
have
was
to go
doing wrong.
up. And then you have to go
That was sick! Run it again here, or find the next tape when you're ready.
I don't know.
that's-
I accidentally did that one. I haven't got a clue how I achieved the thing that he wanted me to achieve, but he's proud of me, so that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how to do this manual thing. I don't get it.
No, I think it's just like do a
The
trick and
pinnacle
then
moves
tap
of
up,
your skater
down
are
in
their
quick
special
succession.
tricks,
That was what
and
I
they
was-
can only
I
be
thought it
done
was
at
one or the
special
other,
times.
which is why I was getting
Let's learn about them
frustrated with
here.
it. But it's both. Pinnacle moves.
Quickly scoring
blah,
points
blah,
fills
blah.
the
You do
special meter.
both.
When it's
How the
full,
hell
your
did you-
Well, no,
adrenaline
like
is
not
pumping.
at the same time. Just go up, down, or down, up. I forget which it is. I'll never use it again.
You can jump higher. Try tap to see
Okay,
what
I
pull the
see.
trigger.
Actually, the analog is better. Okay, I see.
Yeah, it'll just be personal preference.
That was a shame. That was close. Okay, so up.
Right. In order, tap up, down, circle.
Oh no. Are we building combos?
I think he wants me to.
I mean,
Oh, tap.
I suppose it's only like magic casting or something, isn't it? So
It's fighting games. It's everything, isn't it?
a no comply knows something. I don't know what that was. I mean, I ended up on the ground, so I assume it was a bad thing.
What is this?
I don't understand.
In
I
order.
don't understand this tap up down thing. I can't work this out.
No, it wants me to do it again. Oh, I think I've broken his face.
I managed to do it then, and I don't know how I did it. Okay, let's do that again.
You've only got to do it twice more, and then they'll leave you alone. You can do another one.
Done it. Yeah, done it. Let's find another cassette. No, I found somewhere where it worked and said that'll do me. Okay, where's the cassette? Is it in the bowl? I don't like the bowl because the bowl's made of
Let's learn how to do it. Perform lip tricks by skating straight to the lip of. You need to use the different skate.
Yep. At the preparation, you can do the trick. Okay, so
I'm not going to get to the end of this tutorial because I don't know what he means when he says tap, up, down, circle, and then it's not doing anything when I do it. It turns into a tail grab. Am I pressing circle? I'm not so senile that I've forgotten where the buttons are, am I? No, that is the circle. So
I managed to do a lip tricks.
took me
That's nice. I don't
bloody
quite know
ages.
how I'm doing it. Don't know how I'm doing it. I'm doing a lot of grinding.
it's the balance
One
at the
more.
end of the
Come
lip
on,
trick.
do one more.
Screwed
One
me
more.
over.
Come on, do one more. How are you not doing this?
Is that it?
Come on. Okay. Use at a particular angle or edge. Okay, well, which angle and which edge?
If you go perpendicular, so find one of the ones that's right on the edge of the wall and just go straight for that, and then as soon as you hit the top.
Oh yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm not having fun.
No, it's,
There we
it's,
go. Like that.
It's sort of fine, isn't it? But I don't know what this 360 varial twist is, and I don't know why it's worded in such an annoying way by a man who should be a respectable person now. He's old enough that he shouldn't be hanging out with all these kids, you know. He should just be.
I just missed the tape. Right.
Here we'll learn how to wall ride and
do it?
What? Wall ride and Wally. Okay.
Skate at an angle up to a
Skate at an angle up to a wall and push the thing. Okay. Well, haven't I been doing that? I thought that was what I was doing.
Slightly different, apparently.
Up to a wall and then hit the button to wall ride. I think I've been doing that. I think I was doing that in the bowl.
This might be the first tutorial that I rage quit.
Well, I mean, I would suggest that we have done this enough, really. We've kind of got an idea. How about what we do is we kind of go away, finish the tutorial,
Okay.
and then play a little bit of the campaign, and then for you, dear viewer, listener, if you're still with us, it will be merely moments. For 3T and myself, it might be... My guy's doing a really good job without me touching the controller. It might be some time.
Yes, it may well be.
So we've put some time into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I don't know if we ever actually got to the 2, because I don't know which one we were actually playing. I think it's a combined game, really. I mean, this is where we normally talk about playability and potential replay ability, 3T. So, yeah, what are your thoughts about playability, first of all?
Okay, I think my frustration in the tutorial was born of not reading, as I've discovered as soon as I stopped recording. Read the screen prompts, and all becomes clear. It is playable. It's a button masher.
But again, it was a tutorial you could escape at any point, because I rage quitted.
Yeah,
the tutorial,
I'm glad I saw it through. And it is. I think it has not changed. I mean, it is a remake of, or a reissue of the remaster of those initial games, by the sound of it. So it seems to play the same as on my vague old man memories. But it is a bit of a button masher. I think, it's like, I think I described it to you when we were both lost in the tutorial. I think it was after we'd stopped recording, that it's like a fighting game. It's kind of, up, down, circle will do this, or hold left and circle to do this, hold up and triangle to do this. And, the tutorial is not 100% necessary, but imagine if in a fighting game, as soon as you chose your character, it said, let's go to this and let's find out how you do all your moves. I think I'd have learned more by just going straight to a free skate and playing around with it, because it's natural. It feels natural.
But then this is how we do it. If there is a tutorial, we've kind of decided to go through the tutorial. Like I said, I quit the tutorial. I found the tutorial just annoying and inconsistent, to be honest with you. But then I get trapped in tutorials. If you remember, it's usually me that gets trapped in a tutorial somewhere because of either lack of reading, lack of understanding, or just general incompetence, or all three under most circumstances. But I just found the tutorial inconsistent. When it came to the playability, I think I said to you, okay, I'm bored now.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about the replayability. I mean, lovely, beautiful map, beautiful layouts, lovely. I mean, it's very fluid, really. I mean, you spent quite a lot of time on your knees, and you do feel that, when you land on your knees, it is quite upsetting. Even when you're, with someone who goes down on their knees, it is, you feel it. But there just wasn't replayability there for me. I was already a little bit bored. I mean, I was getting diminished returns from doing tricks, because there's only so many tricks I do, because if a trick works, I mean, that would be what I would do in the real world anyway. If there's something you learn, you stick to what you know works. You ain't going to do something mental. Maybe that's just because I'm not an adventure person like that. I don't know.
I think that comes with the skater mentality. Like, it's the jackass guys. It's the, hey, I'll try anything once mentality. Whereas I think, like you say, people who are not into that are going to find, you're going to refine those tricks that not just go and jump off of the building because you think you might learn something from it. That's mad.
No, well, exactly. I mean, anything that doesn't kill you probably learn something from if you're very lucky. But when it comes to replayability, I can say to you, I don't see myself. I don't understand. I maybe again, maybe it's not because I'm not a skateboarder. As I said, I don't really understand. I wouldn't necessarily want to play this with someone, and I wouldn't necessarily want to play this on my own. No. So,
I agree.
And I think that's where I draw the line. So I have to say, straight off the bat there, playability was okay while I was playing it, and I enjoyed like, skating around with you. It was fun. At one point, I worked out that if I actually just held the analog in a direction and stuck elastic band around it, I'd just go round and round and round and round in circles, which was actually more fun for me than a lot of the game. But I mean, that's just me doing mad things in a game. But I just don't see. I enjoyed it while I was playing it. It did get a little bit boring and a bit repetitive. The tutorial got boring and repetitive. That's why I rage quit out of the tutorial. I never made the end of this tutorial. But I was glad that there was an escape out of the tutorial and that you didn't have to use the tutorial. But like I said, replayability, no, not there for me.
No, you could put the controller in my hand and say you are playing Tony Hawk, and I'd go, okay, and I'd be able to play it again, but there's no desire to play it again. Even if I was, I mean, I can be a completionist with some games, but I know there's a lot of stuff to unlock, but it's only going to be, it looks like, hats and skateboards and bits of skateboards. If you're into skateboarding, I'm sure this is lovely. This is brilliant. And the realism, like you said, when you fall off and your character goes, you go, that's the noise I would make too.
And you're just thinking, you're going to need a knee operation.
I'm sure my characters would be dead 100 times over in the time that I've been playing this game.
And when we were skating together and you kind of fell off, you could hear it. You could hear the other guy fall off. It was horrible. Yeah. I mean, fun factor, yes, while I was playing, it was fun, but not enough fun factor to draw me back, I think, is how I look at it. Same with replayability, unfortunately. So, it's just the way it actually is. I think at one point, I did actually say to you that it actually made, because I didn't really enjoy Crash Bandicoot. She said it made Crash Bandicoot look like an Oscar-winning game. It was like a game that was brilliant. And I also kept harping on about that Winter Olympics game that we were playing as well.
I don't know if you remember saying it. The other thing you said was, this makes me long for Goat Simulator.
Oh, yes, I did.
Like that.
Yes, I did. I did actually say, I think I said, at one point, we actually got more fun out of Goat Simulator. I think up until this point, Goat Simulator has been the most hateful game I think I have ever played.
Yeah. But at least it was interesting.
And the thing is, it's not a fair. It is a fair comparison, but it's also equally not a fair comparison.
No.
Because Tony Hawk's, like you say, if you're into skating, this is a polished, well put together game. It is very polished and well put together. I thought Goat Simulator was a bit thrown together, if I'm honest, but I think that was part of its charm and its design.
Yeah.
And but just like Goat Simulator, I won't ever be going back to that. I don't see myself going back to the Pro Skater 1 and 2 either.
No,
spoiler.
No, it's not something that really draws me back at all. No. I get it, and like you say, it looks nice. The textures are lovely. The physics are pretty good as far as I can tell. I don't know what it's like to be on a skateboard and going at those speeds. I feel my head would probably be caved in within 5 minutes, but no, it doesn't have anything that's sort of beckoning me back. So no.
Did your character wear a helmet?
I think he had like a flat cap at one point. The ones I looked at.
I don't think mine had a helmet. I think
Mr. Hawk did. Mr. Hawk in the tutorial
because he's
was
sensible.
Yeah.
He's not wearing knee pads though.
No.
Anyway, okay, yeah. I mean, what's it similar to? Well, it's similar to any kind of like little challenge game, like a skateboarding game.
It's like roller skating game. It's exactly what I expected Tony Hawk's, because that's what the other games were. It's like I'm trying to think of another stunt game. I guess 1080. I think you said like the Winter Olympics, like the snowboarding part of that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
It's like a. It's kind of its own thing, though. It's not. I think it would benefit, and I didn't see. It all seems to be like trick challenges. It would really benefit from. And at one point, you said, "I hope there's a racing bit, a racing mode." And I think that would be lovely if there was like a racing mode and more tricks meant you went faster or something like that.
You get your special up, or even that if you fall off, well, you got to pick yourself up. You're losing time there. I mean, it wouldn't have to be go faster. It's just that don't fall off, basically.
Well, with some of those maps, if you turned some of those maps into racetracks and you said get good, stay on to win, they would probably be more appeal. Again, only versus somebody I know. I think you and I might give it another shot if there was like a challenge, but just do as many tricks as you can.
It was dull, wasn't it?
It's dull. I know there are different modes. We played like score limit and things like that, and I just don't think it's. I don't think it's got enough hook.
No, I'm afraid it didn't. I mean, it was a game we picked. I think you picked it.
Was it just the big ticket one this month?
I think this was the big ticket one. I mean, this is what we're doing because of the way the PlayStation Network has sort of changed. We're just picking the big ticket one. I have to say, straight off the bat, this is not a game I would have paid for.
No.
Am I glad I've downloaded it? Yes. Has it been an interesting use of my time? Yeah. It's less than 30 gigabytes big. It's very polished, very pretty looking, but not my cup of tea, I'm afraid.
No, I definitely wouldn't have paid for it. It was exactly what I expected it was going to be. Just, it looked nice. Was it worth the hard drive space and time? You go first. What do you think?
No, not really. I'm literally grinding along a wall thinking about it right now, because and I'm probably going to fall off, and it's probably going to hurt my knees. And let's be honest, I enjoyed playing the game because of the company I was with, and I say that quite often.
We'll make things
fun. in that case, it was worth my time, but. I wouldn't have bought it, so I probably wouldn't have downloaded it. And that's the camp I'm in. So, not super big. So, perhaps yes, and if you're definitely into Tony Hawk's and not the one that lugs a fridge around Ireland, and or you're into skating and tricks and things like that, then, yep, this is you. Probably worth your time. Get it while it's free. For me, no.
Nah, I've got better uses of my dashboard space. So no, I personally don't think it's for me, but it's the skating game, isn't it? So if you were looking for a skateboarding game, you can't go far wrong, really. It's going to tick all the boxes that you probably need. It's just going to do it in a very predictable, repetitive way.
So on that 720, hold the front of the board, nosedive and fall on your knees. This is Mike Papa Foxtrot.
And this is 3T, and we were looking at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, which was freeloadable from the PlayStation Network in August 2022.